Hi, I'm Melissa. I'm one of the provisional psychologists down at Flourish Psychology here in Calgary, Alberta. We wanted to set up this blog to give some people some insight into what they might be dealing with, answer some more frequent questions, maybe just give some perspective to help you understand how you might be feeling and what might be happening within your home as we cope with what's happening right now. This is kind of an unprecedented time. We've never been through anything like this, so in times of uncertainty, we need to have a way to understand it, to make sense of it. Something that's been really helpful for us as psychologists and for just people in general to understand what we're dealing with and what we might be feeling on a day-to-day basis is something called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Now, I'm going to be referencing this, and we should have it in the top of the camera there for you to look at, but it's basically a social construct that creates a pyramid of the basic needs of humans. And in order to move up to the next level, you need to have fulfilled or met all the requirements of the level below. So at the bottom of the pyramid is physiological needs. So this is air, water, food, shelter, those things that we need to sustain life. Once we have those needs met, we as humans can move on to the safety needs. And right now, we're in a time that we're not experiencing a lot of security and safety. Emotionally, we're worried, we're confused, we're maybe anxious. Financially, there's a lot of uncertainty, whether there's employment concerns, we've already been laid off, we're not sure how we're gonna pay bills. Many of us don't have freedom from fear. We're worried about the health and safety of our family, of our loved ones, worried about paying bills, keeping our jobs. This weighs heavy on our mind and is extremely stressful. So it's really difficult for us to move above that second level of the pyramid into the areas like love and belonging, esteem, and self-actualization. So love and belonging right now, if we do have the benefit of connecting with people that we care about, it's a little bit more tricky. Friendships are changing. We have to do them via social distancing, over FaceTime, maybe just through text. We're unable to give and receive intimacy or affection, particularly if we're in isolation alone. So being stuck in fear and worry can really overshadow those feelings of affiliation and belonging and connection to other human beings, making us feel really alone during times like this. So for many of us, belonging came from work relationships or seeing a friend at the gym when you did an exercise class together, or being able to pop by a friend's house. And we are feeling deprived of that connection and that belonging right now. So it's really difficult then to move up and into that fourth category of esteem needs. Esteem for oneself, dignity, achievement, mastery, independence, and desire for dignity and respect from others. If we're not feeling like we can predict what's happening, if we're not feeling like we can pay our bills, we're not going to be in a place of very high self-esteem for ourselves. And we're certainly not going to feel like we're held in prestige or status by those around us. So that makes it really unlikely then that we're going to be able to be existing in that self-actualization category. And unfortunately, this is what you're seeing on Pinterest and Instagram and social media is people saying to use this time well, to pick up a new hobby, to read a new book, to grow yourself, to develop, to bake bread, to grow things, become a better person. But many of us don't actually have the foundation or those fundamental levels beneath to exist in that realm and sustain it. This isn't the time to write a symphony because chances are you're stuck in the day-to-day drudgery of parenting, working from home, figuring out how to pay bills, how you're going to get to the grocery store, worrying about your loved ones, worried about sick people that you know. So you're not really going to be having the time or the energy to focus on meditation and painting a beautiful portrait. If you are, wonderful, but please don't put that pressure on yourself. Be kind to yourself and remind yourself that these are really unprecedented times and that our physical and emotional and social security is really being challenged in a way that it hasn't in a long time. And that can really upset us. It knocks us down from being on those levels of self-actualization as adults, where we were trying to improve ourselves or advance ourselves in our careers, we're knocked back down to those basic 2 levels where we are just trying to survive and deal with things from day to day.